There he goes in his Sector 9 longboard, wearing a blondie shirt and laughing like a hyena. There goes Daniel. Meeting Daniel was a significant part of my teenage years. I now had a friend who understood what growing up in the US was like and had a similar background to mine. I now had someone to relate to and share hilarious moments with. I now had a friend who loved to goof around and laugh at the silly jokes no one else understood. Going to high school in Ecuador was dull, but hanging with an American best friend made a huge difference. His presence affected my self-concept because I now remembered what my childhood was like and found nostalgia in US life. We weren't two more in the bunch. We stood out. When I first met this guy, I really didn't know what to expect. I'd heard about him before from classmates, and for some reason, they thought we'd get along. I then understood why. Daniel moved into my school after living in Key West, Florida. He always had pathetic humor, an extremely ridiculous and contagious laugh, and friendly attitude. He reminded me of how dumb and hilarious Southern humor was, told bogus stories about girls in Key West, and laughed at silly doodles we'd make in our history books. High school became an endless series of recesses playing Doom, Mad Libs, and keylogging random people for email passwords. We became legit school pranksters. We had a Chinese English teacher who'd send cool assignments like designing a video game and making a commercial. I became the star for the best ever Motorola Razr commercial, an hilarious short film that included a fake skateboard fail. Our humor was so childish. Daniel and me had a blast. It sucks we were in separate courses for junior and senior year, and it's crazy to think he lives in Virginia now and is training for the Air Force. We still talk and reminisce about those high school days and have fun hanging out on summers. I guess that's when we notice how immature we still are. We're like Evan and Seth from Superbad, just those random homies who don't talk to anyone. Outside of school, we'd hang out and talk to his stepdad Chuck. This man was wise and lived a crazy life. He'd tell us awesome stories about women he'd been with, growing up in the 50s, traveling around the world, and meeting famous people along the way. We admired and respected him for sure. I really became a part of his family and was always welcomed into his house. They still ask about me to this day. We also had some dark moments. There was this one time we got mugged at gunpoint walking through Quito. For some reason, the thugs heard something and split immediately. We were terrified and ready to split. It was a miracle they didn't steal all our stuff. We were lucky fools that day. We'd hang out and go on silly adventures like that every weekend. Fun times. We definitely developed interpersonal communication among each other. People would criticize us for speaking English in a Spanish-speaking high school, but we didn't care. No one else understood what we laughed about. They didn't get it. We still share a great relationship and support each other whenever things get rough. College has been great for both of us, even if we did choose separate paths. I think your best friend can be a reflection of yourself and whom you relate with in your life. Best friends come for a reason and stay for a reason. They're there to help you when you're down in the dumps and cheer you on when you're doing great and feel happy. They remind you of your younger self, guide your present self, and share advice for encouragement. They're down to talk about women, tell you who the best new rappers are, hate on Lil Wayne, dig Spose, and rap Nicki Minaj lyrics for fun. They tell you to take risks and call you a coward when you don't. Best friends keep us grounded. Peace out, Daniel.